Welcome everybody to the Too Late We Said It podcast. This is season 3, episode 6 with Sean Leverett and the beautiful, new, fantastic, upgraded, decked out Edwin Nevada. What up, man? Look at you, boy.
Yeah,
Look at us now.
Look
Thank
at
you
it.
guys
I
for
can
doing
see.
Yeah, my nigga got the Oculus on. Ed, what's going on? Tell us about the new foot. Well, hold on. Let me welcome the gang first. Let me welcome the gang. Guys, welcome back to another episode of the Too Late We Said It podcast. I'm not going to say our names again, mofo, because you just heard us. But we're back here for another week. Me, Ed, back on the track. Fuck it. We fuck all the pleasantries, Ed. What's up with the new specs, Brody?
Yeah, man. So I've been dealing with my vision impairment for a minute. Like I started noticing a few years ago that things far away started getting blurry on me.
You've been hiding it.
Yeah. I've been basically pretending like I could see, but I couldn't see shit.
That's crazy.
So it's like, I'm like, man, I can't hardly see. You know how when the captions come up at the bottom of the screen, I couldn't see that shit. I'm like, oh shit. That's when I knew I got to do something about this.
The black and white captions you couldn't see?
Yeah, you know how when you're watching TV and they're talking another language and then you get the little captions for those parts? I couldn't read that. I had to have my woman read that for me, yo. And I was like, yo.
Even up close, yo? Like sofa distance?
Yeah, basically, like, I'd say sofa distance, like, what is it, like 30 feet from the screen?
What type of house you got? I think it's 30 feet sofa distance.
Maybe it's like
money.
10,
Continue.
I could be over. I could be OD.
Yeah, you over exaggerate. You forgot what 30 feet is.
Yeah, because I couldn't see it.
Oh,
now I'm sure I can see the real 30 feet.
That's what's up. Yeah. That's movie theater shit.
But the crazy thing is, even right now, when I'm looking at the screen and looking at you, it's like an enhancement. Like I can really see like the details of the screen.
So what did I look like before the glasses, Ed?
A blurry version of you.
That's crazy. I look like the Mr. Chocolate Ball off the Candyland board game. Remember the chocolate nigga?
I just can't see the definitions of your face and stuff. Like, you know, all the like the nooks and crannies of people having their face. Like you have the lines like right here. When I squint and I move and I got my dimples, I wouldn't be able to see that. Like it just all looked like one thing. Now, like, yeah, you just did that and I seen every single nook and cranny of that. Like, so it's like, oh shit, like I can really see now. So it's I'm happy, but it's an adjustment. It's an adjustment. They told me it's gonna take a while for me to get acclimated to the fact, excuse me, because I had a long time where I was seeing so blurry that I just kind of just been used to it. Okay. And stuff on my wall now, I couldn't fucking read. Now I could read that. It's amazing. It's crazy.
Was blind, but now I see. Look what you got for Black History Month. Vision, nigga. Look at God. Still working on it. Still working.
And the Lord said, "Let there be sight."
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Well, I got sight beyond sight now.
Sight beyond sight. Look at you, there. Now you the white dude off X-Men. Now you're gonna be motherfucking buzzing.
I feel like I got enhanced vision now.
That's what's up, yo.
I can see lies now. I couldn't see the lies before, but I can see the lies.
You're gonna see. It's crazy. You know where I think it's gonna have your biggest impact at work, Joe. At work. Yeah, you're gonna be a lot more efficient, proficient. You're gonna be a beast now. Watch.
Yeah, because seeing things in a distance, it just wasn't I had to walk up on shit. Like they're like, you know that right there, they be pointing at something. I'm like, yeah, and then I just start walking like, why is he walk up on shit? And then that's when I respond like, yeah, I see. Yo, no bullshit.
Yo, hold on, yo. It just something made sense. When we was in Atlanta at the Mercedes-Benz Dome, when you go up that escalator, it's like the wall of college football. It's every single college football D1. They don't got D6. Towson,
you were noticing
County Red Riders.
Noticing that I couldn't see shit, weren't you?
No, because we was coming up the steps. We was coming up the escalator, and I was like, oh shit, they got all the helmets. You was like, all up? I was like, yeah, they all up.
Yo, I remember. Yeah, I didn't.
This nigga don't remember shit, yo.
No, I remember now because I really couldn't see.
You was like, all of them? Oh, yeah, all of them. We can take a look. You was like, oh, all right.
It makes sense now, doesn't it?
It makes sense.
I wasn't seeing shit. Also, really we were sitting. Remember, I was telling you we needed binoculars.
Oh, damn! It all makes sense now, yo. That probably looked like porno movie on late night to you. The
Hey, yo,
jiggly
I
line.
can't even begin to describe how little I saw of that field.
So those first seats, that's why you were so hyped over them first seats.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, man. You should have told me, I'd have lived my life differently.
Yeah. But the
Give me
Jumbotron
partial
worked
information.
really well because I could see everything on the Jumbotron.
You can
And
see
why
everything
when I
from
was
your house.
filming, I was zoom. If you notice, I was filming and zooming in. That's how I really could see. I was using my phone as binoculars, yo.
You could have did that from the house, yo. Now I feel terrible. Fuck it. Anyway, guys, welcome back to another episode. Let's keep going, man.
This
Damn,
whole
you hurt
time, my
skull
man
on
was
that.
blind as a bat, yo. I needed echo, yeah. I was like, motherfucker, I was like, that's why every time there was a big play, you were going, yeah. You was echolocation and shit, so I could see that shit.
Batman in it. He's Batman. Raptor life.
High frequency shit, and it's like, this motherfucker doing echolocation out there.
Jesus Christ, man. Well, you can see now, brother, so you ain't got no
I
excuse for
I can see you now. I'm actually looking at you. Before I was looking in your direction.
What do you mean by that? Yeah.
So when I'm looking at you, I was just looking in your direction. Now I can see.
Nigga said, I'm looking at you.
You could be asleep. You could be asleep in front of me and I wouldn't have known.
That's crazy. That's insane. Well, at least I know I got away with a lot of shit back in the day. All right. Anyway, man, let's kick it off. Shit. Well, what else besides your glasses, Ed? You do anything interesting this week, yeah?
Let's see. Anything interesting? Not that I could think of. Just standard going to work, coming home. I went to get my eye when I went to get the eye exam and found out how blind I actually was. And when I went to get these lenses, my man, I was up there. He's the one that set up my appointment, the one that actually ordered my glasses for me and whatnot. And he was also the one that adjusted my glasses to make sure I get the glasses that fit me just right. And he did all the preliminary adjustments. As soon as he saw my prescription, he was like, damn, you've been driving around like this? That was the first thing he said.
You should be dead right now.
And then he said to me, he said, my joints is half as bad as yours, and I need my glasses. That's what he said, yo.
Yo, so I always wanted to know, yo, because what is that like? Like, how long did it take for you to realize, damn, shit blurry as hell?
It was gradual. It's something that happened over time. And when I first noticed that I couldn't see something was ordering something from like, those menus, and then you're like going to like Chick-fil-A or something, the menu's up on the top.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first time I noticed. I'm like, oh shit. It's like I start squinting, but you be in denial, right? But I'd squint and I can see it. Right. And then a year goes by, the next time I'm squinting, it doesn't seem to help. So then I'd have to take pictures. So it was like a 3-year gradual where it came to a point where I was like, I can't ignore this no more. And that was all probably like middle of last year is when I started noticing that I couldn't see the captions on the TV. That's when I was like, this crazy that it took not being able to read captions on the TV for me to go, that's it. I can't even read captions on
Not
the
my
TV.
entertainment, Dorothy.
Hey, yo, it's like, how you see the signs when we were driving to Oklahoma? Just think about it. I just drove to Oklahoma, y'all, from North Carolina, yo, with bad vision,
nighttime.
Right? In the nighttime in the morning and nighttime at night, because it was the sun coming up, the sun going down. I'm driving. Going. And let's just say that every time we came to a sign where it says, welcome to this new state, I didn't know until we drove right under the sign. It's just all I see is a green sign, right? And white lettering. And then when we get close to it, that's when I'm like, oh, welcome to it's like, oh, welcome to Arkansas.
That's a quick welcome. Welcome. Get it last minute and shit.
And it's the crazy shit that I'm like noticing, like, man, my vision is terrible.
Well, I'm glad you got that fixed, yo. Cause
I can't wait to drive tomorrow and see how much I really was missing out on when I get in the car.
If you really want to put it to the test, drive tonight with no headlights on.
I don't know if this is night vision.
Put a flashlight on the dash.
You see, I got brown eyes. Now, if I had like bright blue eyes, those motherfuckers got night vision.
Oh my God. Stop calling white people vampires.
It's a proven fact. Like people with light colored eyes can see better at night than someone like dark.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I wonder why. No wonder they was catching us at night in slavery. All right, here we go.
them blonde hair, blue eye motherfuckers was popping. Bah!
That's great. Got him.
That's why Hitler was like, that is the master race, blonde hair, blue eyes, and that motherfucker had brown eyes and brown hair and all kinds of shit. Yo, he was not even the prototypical human race that he was describing. My man was saying blonde hair, blue eyes.
Oh my
God. Brown eyes.
Yo, don't be putting up no Hitler hands, nigga. All right, let's get it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Where we at, yo? I don't even know where we at. Yo, it's at this point when you're watching the show, it's gonna be Saturday night. Is that gonna be Valentine's Day? Yeah, it's gonna be Valentine's Day.
Oh shit, my sister's birthday. All right, I'm officially say happy birthday. Yeah, my sister is born on Valentine's Day. Okay. Happy birthday, Giselle. You know, my sister that you helped pack the truck up in Maryland, and then
happy birthday.
Yeah, a big happy birthday shout out to my sister. She turns. I don't think I'm supposed to say her age. I'm not gonna say.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Hey man, I know Oklahoma City rough on Valentine's Day. It's a little lonely out there. Don't be fucking with them cowboys out there, Giselle. Don't do it. They're going to put that tornado dick on you. You're not going to know what to do. All right, so just stay home and pray on your birthday on Valentine's Day. You don't want no big tornado wrangler, big boot wearing ass nigga knocking the pussy out on Valentine's Day. So just stay home with God. Ya tu sabe. Praise the Lord. Happy birthday.
Put some sazon on your rice, yo.
Rice.
Open up them Goya garbanzos.
Oh, them orange ones? Nah, I can't fuck with that orange Goya.
You don't like garbanzos?
Is that the orange one? I like
that's
the yellow
chickpeas. The chickpeas.
Oh, okay. See, you too deep in the language. I don't know all that. I thought you were talking about the little the MSG packets, the flavoring packets.
Oh, you're talking about the flavor packets. That's the sazon.
Sazon. I know that's what we was talking about.
That's the orange joint.
Switched it up on me.
Yeah, I did switch it up. My bad.
Bitch. I knew what I was talking about.
Oh, you don't fuck with sazon?
No, I fuck with the yellow sazon, not the
okay,
pink,
not the orange.
The Trump sazon, no.
Yo, so you want that sazon sin achote?
Sí. Mucho gusto.
Yeah, the sazon. Isn't that one of the topics when we talk about?
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Anyway, let's get right into it. We didn't went off 13 minutes just talking about bullshit. Guys, if you still watching us, you probably don't have anything else to do. Strap in, nigga. We're going to ride the rest of the way. Let's get it going. We didn't talk about glasses and ass in Oklahoma City, and you still with us? God damn it, you're a good person. All right.
God bless you. And God bless America.
Jesus Lord. All right, Ed. Let's get right into it, man. This has been a hotly contested topic, more so in the hip hop space more than anywhere else. But it has been prevalent through music historically. I mean, as far as back as I can remember, as Elvis, probably motherfucking Cavemans was making songs using somebody else's shit. You know what I mean? That's my bar. I wrote that bar. That's my bar. What we talking about is Ghostwriters. Ghostwriters, Ed. So, like I said, it's all over everything and everywhere in music, from rap, R&B, country, jazz, everything. Bless you. But the question that I pose to you: are ghostwriters a help to the art of music? Or are they just a cheap trick that help push people that don't deserve to be in that spot? So what? Let me reframe it for you like this: if Edwin has been a 4-time Grammy nominated singer. Now you're trying to make your 6th album. You run a little bit dry on motivation. You go get a ghostwriter. Now you at your 6th year, or you're trying to make your 6th album, right? And you run it dry on motivation. Is you going to go get a ghostwriter helping, it's harmless, you just keep going, you making music that people love, or are you blocking maybe the next superstar who turn is in place? Like, let's say if LeBron got a shot where he could play forever, same energy or some shit like that. So go ahead, tell me what you think about that.
Okay, there's different ways to like approach this. I mean, to view this, I mean, depending on how you look at things. But like for instance, for me, when I look at like the ghostwriter, I look at ghostwriting as the definition of what a ghostwriter is. Because you got a writer and then you got a ghostwriter. A writer is somebody that's credited and it's publicly credited. You're not hiding the fact that they're writing this song. Like, you know, Neo has been publicly known for writing songs. You got Babyface, who wrote a lot of songs. Stevie Wonder has wrote so much songs for so many artists that people don't even know that he wrote them, but he's credited publicly in the writings. If you look in there, you can see that he's credited for the songwriting. But so that's not ghostwriting, in my opinion. Ghostwriting is when they're not credited. That means that you're hiding the fact that this person is the actual writer of the song, which is more prevalent in like hip-hop music. And I think in R&B is fine, and I think ghostwriting is fine as long as the person that's ghostwriting and the artist that's performing is part of the creative process, meaning like you're actually in there, you're writing the songs, and then the ghostwriter's there helping you get the lyrics, because like you said, you get a little stale because you've been writing so long that you're running out of things to write about, and then the ghostwriter comes in and brings in a fresh take. And as long as that they're part of the creative process, I think it's respectable to some degree. But I think in hip hop, like, it's frowned upon just because it's like you writing like dope lyrics and you're and when it comes to like certain songs, especially when it comes to like specific type of bars and punchlines, if they're not your punchlines, then it's not going to hit the same when someone finds out that somebody else wrote those. You know what I'm saying? So I think hip hop has a different avenue when it comes to ghostwriting. But with singing, you have two levels, because you have the instrument, the voice. Like, some people are great songwriters but don't have the great singing voice, where like artists like Stevie Wonder is an outlier in this, because he's got one of the most largest ranges of any singer that comes around, and he's one of the people that people like compare themselves to, of him having the full range, the vocal range. Right?
He couldn't see either.
Yeah, but he could sing his ass off and write his ass off, and he's one of those outliers that can do that. Neo also someone that can sing too, but he's a better songwriter than he is a singer. Just like Lionel Richie. Lionel Richie, to me, he's just like an average singing as far as like compared to all the professionals, where he's good enough singer.
Lionel Richie like that,
because he's a good singer, but he's not like
slide on you.
I would never put him in the greatest singing voices, but songwriting, Lionel Richie is one of the best songwriters of his time, and that's just bar none. Like, he's written songs for so many people, including himself, a lot of his hits. And I think Neo and Lionel are kind of on the same wavelength when it comes to like their songwriting ability is greater than their singing ability. But then we're talking about, is it respectable? If the person is writing it and they're getting credited, and the person that's singing the song is, because sometimes you could write a song, right, but you just don't deliver it the same. Then you give it to somebody like Whitney Houston, and they deliver it like it's their own song, and you could never sing it as good as they sung it. And I think that's the two different levels when it comes to the artist that has the instrument versus the artist that has the writing ability. And you put the right two people together and you have great hits, because Whitney Houston wasn't really a songwriter per se. Most of her songs were written by others, or she also redid songs. Like, for instance, the Dolly Parton song that she sung from Bodyguard, and I Will Always Love You, that was originally sung by Dolly Parton, and then she made it what it is. And there's two versions of that song that always exist, because, you know, the country version plus the Whitney Houston version, and they're both great iterations of the same song, but Whitney Houston took it to another level. You know what I mean?
I'm on a new level.
So I think that go ahead.
Let me pull you back in, yo, because I'm talking about ghostwriting. I'm talking about you're cooked. It's over for you. You going to get and we see this because sometimes, I don't know, sometimes you see artists and you be like, that's just not them. You ever see an artist make a song, and I'm not just talking about a rap, I'm talking about it could be Justin Timberlake. You make a song, you just like, that ain't JT. I think in those situations, they're fishing for energy, as you were saying, and it's a ghostwriter. It's somebody that's paid in the back alley. They pay this motherfucker with Bitcoin. So I'm not talking about writers where you credit.
You're talking about the actual ghostwriting. Like, this person is putting out things and trying to pass it as it's their own work, but somebody else was in the background writing this.
Correct.
Yeah, I could never see that as respectable, because one, you're also taking away the credit of the hard work of that person that actually wrote the song, and they always deserve the credit.
You're paying them.
I mean, they're paying. So I guess it depends on the person that's writing it. If they care about having the credit or not, is going to determine on whether or not it's respectable, in my opinion. So they're like completely okay. It's like, hey, you're paying me extra because you're not going to be credited. Then that person shouldn't be mad. He can't come back 10 years later like, I wrote that song. I was like, nah, shut the hell up, because guess what? You signed an NDA. You took the extra $5 million. Now, guess what? That means they wrote that song. I'm just throwing numbers out there.
I'm shutting the fuck up if I get
but
an
if you
extra
took an extra $5,000, then I guess that's the difference. Like you should have negotiated a better deal if you're upset that you don't got credit for the song. But you never know.
Let's face it, know which one gonna hit. You never know.
That's exactly what I was gonna get at. It's like in that moment, let's face it, they're not gonna know whether or not this is gonna hit. And then when it hits, suddenly you feel different about it because it's like, I just ghost wrote this. I just got paid $5,000.
That could have been me.
This dude just won a Grammy on this joint, and I can never tell nobody that I wrote it. Could you imagine that? That would hurt.
A Grammy on your life? You say something. Imagine.
I would always say this: like, if you're ghostwriting, always put something in the contract that suggests you have the opportunity to make more. Like, if the song hits, that you get royalties from the song, because that means that no matter what, you're always going to collect from that song. And if you don't do something in that avenue to give yourself some kind of percentage of the royalties, then you're fucking yourself bad. Because if the song becomes a major smash hit, you just got what you got, that one lump sum, and you're done. And you have an NDA that you signed. You can't even tell people that you wrote the song.
Not even drunk in the barbershop. You gotta shut the fuck up. Hey,
but look, you can, but they can sue you for the money they paid you if you do that. That's why NDAs are so important, because that's what an NDA means. If you violate the NDA, they can take all of that money from you, and even if you got it or not, you're owing that money.
Sue you for more.
Yeah, and then they could also take more, and that's usually what NDAs are.
Listen, but guess what hurt more? Imagine you got a bar in there, you roast my song, you put a bar in there, you like, ever since I was at my granny house, and they rapping about your granny house and winning. Oh my God. That's enough to make you want to go kill somebody. I would go choke a nigga if he rapping about it. Like, now you want to? I suck my grandma's titties.
I could never respect the hip hop artists that use ghostwriters, though. To be honest, I think hip hop is different. Man. Yeah, hip hop is a little bit different. And I mean, for instance, you got Puff Daddy. He had albums, and he had all his music was ghost written. And then you have Eazy-E, that all his music was ghost written. But
Boys in the hood are always hard.
But they also didn't like hide the fact, like everybody knew, like it was an
open secret. Corey,
like even Puff Daddy, I could tell like when Sauce Money wrote something versus Pharoah Monch. One time he had Pharoah Monch like write like 2 or 3 songs, and my man was having the whole cadence, Pharoah Monch's cadence. I'm like, this dude rapping like Pharoah Monch, right?
He ain't give a damn.
Also Dr. Dre as well. Like, remember that song "Forgot About Dre"? Like, I could tell that Eminem wrote his whole verse, yo.
Did he?
Hell yeah, he wrote that shit. Eminem wrote that song for him. He wrote the hook and everything.
So from here on out, it's a Chronic too.
Yeah. He
and
wrote
his
verse. But Dr. Dre also wrote a lot of his shit too, but he mostly had his artists write his shit for him, especially
Hotter Than a Sweater 2 and Babies.
Yeah.
Let me hold on.
So the temp goes up to the mid 80s. Call men ladies.
It's okay. Go with him, Haley. That shit was kind of hard. I can't lie. That shit was kind of hard.
Yeah, that joint was dope. But that song was supposed to be Eminem on the song. And Eminem said, I'll do the hook, but I would rather you be on the record because it's about you.
Respect. So that's respect.
So yeah, Eminem pushed for that. And I'm pretty sure that some of the verse, but see the difference is that Dre was part of the collaborative effort because they were all in the studio together. It's not like Eminem wrote the verse and then gave it to him. Right. Like Dre was in there. So in a way, he was part of the creative process. So it wasn't like he just wrote it outright for him. But Eminem was in the studio writing that, and then Dre was in there, and you know what I'm saying? So it was collaborative. So that's why it's a different scenario. And also, Dre is the producer. He's never been forefront as a rap artist. Right. He's always been somebody. So most of his albums
are not standing on lyricism.
Yeah, they're like compilation albums, like like a DJ Khaled joint, except Dre actually rapped on them joints and shit, you know.
DJ Khaled rapped before?
Nah, I don't think DJ Khaled rap. I'm just saying like if DJ Khaled was like a Dr. Dre, he would on his records, he'd be rapping on it too. But he like I don't even think
I'm
DJ
Dr.
Khaled doesn't
Dre
even
in
produce his.
Saudi
I don't even want to talk
Arabia.
about DJ Khaled. I'm not a fan of DJ
So hold on, all
Khaled.
right, let me ask you this
That dude
question.
is a certified DJ, like a glorified DJ that takes credit for way more than what he actually does.
We all know he a grifter. Peep game.
Yeah.
So what would you, and I'm gonna ask you this last question before we move on to the next one, but what would you classify? Would you say a ghostwriter outside of payment is just a rapper who steals somebody else's shit?
The ghostwriter's not the one that steals it, he's the one writing it.
No. I'm saying the ghostwriting patronizing artist, the one who's going to the ghostwriter.
Oh, like, yeah.
I could still know. I mean, I would think, yeah, because you got to seek out somebody and be like, yo, can you write me this? Like, I like your style. You feel me? So it's like, I can give you this 50 bands, or I could have some people go, because this happens, yo. I've heard about this happening in comedy. Hire big name comics will send feelers out to like local shows and certain cities, and they'll snag premises and bring it back to the big dog, and then it's like, now I got a taste of Portland, Oregon,
and then they'll reframe those jokes into their own, so it's not plagiarizing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So it's like, I can ghostwrite you up with this, what you say, 10 with an extra 5 million, boy. When you starting in the ghostwriter, nigga, I will produce an extra 5 million. But what I'm saying is, that person is just a step away from, I can't steal your shit, so I'm gonna pay you, or take this money, or I'm gonna be stealing your shit. Flip flop. Do you think that's true? Would you say that that's along the lines of reality?
I'm sure that that's exactly along the lines of the reality, except for the most part, because if you think about it, that's why in those cases they're not respectable, because you're basically, it's like if I developed like here's a way you can look at it. I developed a lot of street cred, like everybody now knows me as a gangbanger, and you should be scared of him. He always got guns and stuff. Like everybody knows that's not
always
me.
Got guns.
But let's say that's what my persona was, but it's really just a friend of mine is actually that person, and I'm living glorifying myself off that person's lifestyle, right? And now this whole time everyone thinks I'm that guy, but I'm really just telling his story. So you're basically getting rich off of somebody else's story, so it's not authentic, it's inauthentic. There's a difference. Like if you're just writing a song about love, a generalized love topic, like, you know, it's like, you know, I need love. When you look at her, you smile. She's the most beautiful thing you ever seen. I need love. She's the best. Everything. I ain't never seen a girl like her. You know, that's generalized. I'm not specifying a person. But when you're saying, let's say someone's is writing a love story about like a woman that they love that died in the car. Like let's say, how would you feel if Mr. Cheeks song Renee, which is one of his most greatest hits, and he never had a Renee? Like, it's bullshit then, right? It's somebody else's Renee, and like she never died, and he never went to the hospital, and they never told him that Mr. Cheeks Renee is gone. Guess what? That's a bullshit song now, because if you don't have a real Renee, then you're specifying a song about a lost love, you know what I'm saying? And everybody related to it that lost the love, and then come to find out you didn't lose nobody. That's different, because it's not generalized anymore.
I think people would still rock with it, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, the song would lose a lot of its luster because of the fact that we don't even know that Renee existed. He just made it up.
I feel you, but entertainment in general is fake. I really don't expect nothing real to be real. I think that was just a story. I really don't think it was a Renee. Was it really a Renee? Did Mr. Cheeks?
I would hope so. That's part of the biggest reasons why that song is so strong, in my opinion, because I'm picturing him walking and then him teaching her how he's like, except we use Philly blunts, you know what I'm saying? Renee slower.
Renee's still alive, yo. You run up on Mr. Cheeks right now, you be like, hey,
yo,
Mr.
I
Cheeks.
always picture him with Renee buying two francs and two drinks, and they began walking.
It was all a lie, yo. You run up on Mr. Cheeks right now and be like, yo, that story, you know, I could tell it was real. It really changed my life. He'd be like, yo, that bitch ain't dead.
Hey, Renee, tell this nigga you still alive. I'm here. Ah, bitch.
Hey, it'd
Just
be
hang
good
up on
enough
her.
if
That's
she
the
was
story.
if there was an actual Renee, then I still would be okay with it.
Okay,
Because
if
at
it's a
least
real
Renee exists. But if there's no such thing as Renee, I'm like, fuck you, Mr. Cheeks.
You finessed me.
You
That's
finessed me
crazy.
hard, yo. Yo, I almost shed a tear over that song, yo. Like, get out of
Damn,
here,
bro.
Mr. Cheeks.
I guess that's insane. Yo, that's wild, yo. Whatever it is.
But that's
Well,
the way I
so-
would look at it. Like, if you're telling somebody else's story and then you pass it off and he's just a ghostwriter, you're diminishing that person's story because you're presenting it as your story, but it was that person that went through it. And then now that person doesn't get to feel what the impact of that story was to others. And they're walking around and people are saying, this touched my heart in this way. And you're telling somebody else's shit. It's like a preacher on there talking about stuff and he ain't about none of the stuff he living. It's like, oh, you
see how much that's popping out here. Holy guacamole.
a lot of people out here telling lies, yo, fabricating. And I can't stand fabrication. I think authenticity is important, especially in music. And if you're gonna sing somebody else's song, then you gotta at least at some point you have to address that way publicly, so that way people can understand that you just told that story for them, and then you became the storyteller versus the person that's actually telling your own story. And I think that's the only way it's respectable, in my opinion. Like if I'm singing a song that's like directly, well, fuck them. Then they need to be authentic. And it comes down, I'm huge on integrity, and I think that shows a lack of integrity for you to gain all of this prowess over somebody else's story that's real and authentic, and you're passing it as your own.
Like I said, Joe, I think I said this about 6 times already. You need to run for, if you can make it to office, Ed, you will make a difference. But everything else around you, you are Neo right now, nigga. Look, if you eat the wall, it's going to digitize. If you punch the wall, it's going to
The crazy thing is, it is digitized. When I take these off, like I was in the Matrix.
It is
when I took this off, I got unplugged.
Jesus Christ.
I've been in the Matrix all the time, and then I got unplugged, and now I see everything.
It's the first time using your eyes. Why do my eyes hurt?
It's like
the first time using them.
It's like, I told you I'd find you, Mr. Anderson.
Remember the first time he beat the agent ass?
Yo, and the whole screen went. He was like,
right. But Neo was kicking ass that night.
It was like, oh, snap. And then he was like, now you believe Trinity?
He ain't even say shit. Yeah.
Morpheus was like, now do you believe Trinity?
I told you, bitch. That's what he said. You thought I was fucking around?
I was destined to find the one.
Shout out Lawrence Fishburne, yo.
Yeah, that was the joint right there.
Phenomenal acting job in the Matrix. All right. Let's
hey,
go.
Real quick, imagine Will Smith, because remember, Will Smith was supposed to be Morpheus originally.
When Morpheus.
Oh wait, wasn't Will Smith supposed to be Neo?
Either one. I don't think
he passed. Yo, here's the funniest part. He passed up on the Matrix to do Wild Wild West.
We're going straight to the Wild Wild West.
The greatest decision he ever made, because imagine the Matrix would not be what it is with Will Smith. I don't think
he saved both. I like the Wild Wild West movie, yo. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought it was entertaining, but it's not like it's not like a award-winning movie, and it's not like, because the Matrix broke barriers. You know, the Matrix was like the first movie that really showed us the capabilities of CGI, like that and Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park and the Matrix are two movies that showed what you can really do with CGI, and then it just revolutionized filmmaking. I think. Everybody knows it revolutionized filmmaking. It was ahead of its time.
Imagine Will Smith slapping Chris Rock after having a Matrix pedigree for 20 years. He would have killed Chris Rock on that motherfucking stage. Slapped the shit out.
And then we would have saw that in a 360 degree angle.
Pick him up. Pick him up. Beat the shit out of them.
Yo, the way Will Smith walked
Bullet
off after
time.
he slapped him was the most gangster shit too. Did you see how he just and then he just walked back to his seat casually?
Casually. Like he threw some trash away.
Yeah. Then he was like, yes.
That's insane, yo. Imagine the mental stress you got to be going
Yeah.
through.
Only 1 hour later to give a crying performance when he won the best actor, he was like, sometimes you gotta slap a motherfucker.
Yo, that's real, yo. I mean, he can't be he a person too. He can't
He's
be
human,
nigga,
yo.
what the fuck you just say to me? He can't be that. So just take. And you saw that one time dude grabbed his ass or something in Switzerland. Like,
Oh yeah, that's
kiss
right.
him or something.
They tried to kiss him and shit.
And he can't just slide on it. You know, he got to be like, hey, man, cool it. Imagine going through all of that.
Yeah.
Woo.
But
I
I think
understand.
it's like, I look at it like this. He had a human experience, yo. And I think he just slapped somebody. Like, we've seen motherfuckers do way worse, like beat the shit out of somebody. He just slapped them, walked off the stage. I mean, it's assault. Yes, it is. And it was on live TV. He embarrassed them. Yes, he did. But in the grand scheme of things, if that's the worst thing he's ever done in his career, it's not that bad. Like, you could just say,
let's keep it 100. He juiced Chris Rock a little bit because Chris Rock tours and shit went crazy after that.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Rock tried to capitalize, but that set that he did on that was the most cringiest comedy set I've ever seen. Like, 40% of it was talking about how he's still dating college kids. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you talking about? You're in your 50s, brother.
I didn't watch it, yo. I didn't watch
it. Yeah, it was mad. He was just talking about how he put so many people through college. I'm like, bro, like, that's played out. And then he finally got to the Will Smith shit.
Edwin said putting kids through college played out. Ain't nobody doing that shit no more, nigga.
It's like, nah, my man, but he's already used that.
I know what you're saying, using that as the talking point through a show. But it was just funny.
Yo. And it was like, yo, and he's talking about how he would prefer that because they
trade, little nigga. I ain't putting you through no.
Like, I'll just get a Birkin bag and I'll just get him a Birkin bag and they go shut the fuck up. It's like, damn, dude, he's like, you too old to be like that. Material is not in his wheelhouse anymore. Like, he's too. So I just felt really awkward listening to that. And then he finally got to the Will Smith shit. And I'm like, okay, cool. And it was cool. It was funny. But in the same time, it was more like, haha, look at me type shit. I don't know. You'd have to see it. The set to me did not land.
Okay.
If anything, it didn't land. But he did capitalize because he got paid. He did that Netflix special, he got paid. So I mean, he should thank Will Smith for that slap because that revitalized his career.
He got that money.
He got paid for it.
But
he did that smart. I also give him respect for how he handled himself after it happened. Like, you could see that he was completely distraught, but then he pulled himself together and kept it going. So there's like maybe 1 out of 100 people would have been able to continue that after that happened to them on live fucking TV. It rattled him for like 20 seconds and he got himself together like that and just kept going. And I'm like, yo, you gotta respect that at least, because anybody else would have just folded in that moment.
He shouldn't have did that for Jada Smith though, because she still ain't shit for how she treat my man. All right, but we're gonna keep it moving, yo. We've been on this subject too long. We're gonna talk about that next time. Human moments. That's a very good topic, yo. We'll discuss that later on. Speaking of human moments, the next topic we're gonna cover, man. And when you're a father, I'm a father. My little girl over here with headphones on, drawing stuff right now. Watch this. Hey, baby. See, she don't even know what the hell is going on. But anyway, speaking of having young ones. We all are, for the most part, thrusted into parenthood, right? Well, it made me not. Check me if I'm wrong here. But very few of the people I know, when it came to being a parent, being a father, being a mother, it wasn't on the bingo card, so to speak. You didn't have it there like, all right, next August, I'm gonna start hunching with you so that 9 months from now you're gonna actually have a baby. She come to you, y'all already in good spirits or whatever, or you're not, and you're like, all right, bet, let's do this. Let's, and you run through it, you run through the pregnancy, doctor's appointments, it's still really not real to you. You feel me? You prepping. Then one day it come home, the child comes home, and boom, you're in parenthood. And you eloquently coined this as baby brain, the transition from or the process of transition from, I guess, a solo life or more of an individualistic lifestyle to, damn, I really got to provide for this person. So before I dig in too deep, just like high level review of the topic, Ed, tell me what you think about baby brain and that transition that we go
Yeah.
through.
So the baby brain is when the two worlds collide and you're stuck in kind of the in between space where you're trying to still live your life as you normally your regular routine, but then when you incorporate being a parent, especially when a baby's in the infant stage where it's the most dependent of you, it starts to take over your thought processes. You're always worried about, every little sound that they make worries you. So now that it bleeds into your day-to-day, whereas now you're forgetting stuff that you normally don't forget, like little mundane things, like it's like you brush your teeth but then you leave your toothbrush sitting with the faucet on or some shit. And then you go, oh snap, I didn't even turn the sink off, and the toothbrush still sitting on the sink. That's stuff that baby brain does stuff. Or you get agitated more so than you normally do with people around you and getting in conversations. That's also baby brain type stuff. Or you're just not absorbing new information from others. Like someone will just walk up to you and be like, hey man, it's like, can you grab me that pen over there? And then 5 minutes later, it's like, I'm still waiting for you to grab that pen. Oh shit, I didn't grab that pen for you. Baby brain.
Wait. 5 minutes later, you swim. You can get the. Go ahead. You get the pen.
No, I'm just making an example. Like someone gave you a easy task to
bitch.
do, and then you just don't do it. And then the person's like, "Hey, I'm still waiting for you to do this for me." I'm like, "Oh man, that's like baby brain right there," because you're so consumed from your newly parenthood, from being a new parent, and how much everything gets crossed and bleeds together and stuff. And some people experience it, some people don't. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, like for me, like I had moments, but it never was something that to the point where I couldn't like no longer do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I was still able to function and do things, but I had moments when I'm like, and I'm just stuck for a second and then realize that my brain is still thinking about being a new dad, that I can't remember the stuff that I was doing. And I'm like, dang, like I'm over here thinking about my son instead of thinking about what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, I definitely have experienced fits of that. Like, and usually with the ones that I've seen in those situations come from sleep deprivation. I
Sleep
think the biggest
is a
thing,
huge part of it. Sleep deprivation is a huge catalyst to baby brain.
so it's like, other than that though, like I don't know what it was with me. Maybe it's because I trusted my kid's mom, but for when my kids were little babies, she was just at home. Like she was home with the kids and I was out doing whatever. And then when my son was like 6, 7, my son was like 6, 7, and then my daughter was like 4. That's when she started going back to work. But in that infancy phase, like, I don't know. I had damn, I'm away from them babies' brain. Like I was like, whoo. You know what I'm saying? I'm outside. I can focus on this.
I think it's different for dads. I think moms probably experience it a little bit more because of the nurturing factor. Like, let's just face it, for most of us, most dads, we don't really feel our fatherhood kick in until baby's born and we're holding them in our arms. And then that moment starts to hit, like, I'm a dad. Like, this is real. You know, where a mom, the minute that baby is forming inside of their womb, they're already bonding with this baby. They're already thinking about holding their baby. They're already thinking about protecting their baby. They're already getting into mom mode. And their body starts to change because of that. You know what I mean? You know, as a man, you know, a woman's gonna listen to like, yeah, what the fuck do you know? I don't know, but I can know from the fact that I have sisters and my son's mother as she was going through these changes, and I'm witnessing that. I could never understand how she feels, but I can see, and you know, the changes are happening. So mom is already getting that bond happening right off the bat, before the baby's even born. Where us dads, we are kind of always with the idea, we're in and out of thinking like, I'm gonna be a dad, I'm gonna be a dad, and having those nervous moments like, am I gonna be a good dad? But it doesn't really hit you until boom, you're cutting that umbilical cord, you're holding that kid in your arms, and you're like, I'm responsible for this little guy.
That's it right there. That's it right there. I'm like, like men, I feel like we know, like, I'm not gonna let nothing happen to my. So my bad. So we'll as men, I think we feel this way. Like I innately know I'm not gonna let nothing physically happen to my child. So I'm not tripping off that part. You know, I'm sure when your baby was born, you was like, I put a motherfucking head on a spike over
Yeah.
this baby. You understand what I'm saying?
This baby's a
But
license to kill.
100%. But so that's already a preconceived notion. We already got that lock, stock, and barrel. From there, you start to think about, yo, how am I going to make sure I'm not that baby not struggling for nothing? And that is a pressure in and of itself, dog. And I think once that first diaper bill come, you know, she put that titty away. She like, yeah, baby ain't sucking my titty, the life out my titty no more. My titty look like school paper, just straight down, because this baby keeps sucking my titty. So you got to get the Similac, and that's the pressure on the
My
man.
nipples look like a whatchamacallit.
Inside out shit. Exactly. Them joints good as hell too. But I think that's when the pressure kick in for us. So it's two different types of pressure. So that's why I always tell my young homies, like, yo, don't try to be like, I know your chick might be home, and then we'll get back to baby brain, but when your chick home, don't think just because you outside getting the money, you dealing with the world, and the financial pressure really is on you, little nigga. But you knew that when you were stroking. I be stroking. You already knew what it was. But remember that she's at home too, dealing with, like, for real hormones, like shit that you really can't control. Just, you know what I'm saying? You're going nuts at home, and just try to be balanced. But I guess that is a part of baby brain too, because it's different than what a woman experiences, but it's a side effect of the baby. But go ahead.
Yeah, because we're gonna experience it different than a woman. So it's like, so it depends on how invested you are too, because it's like, for the most part, we can be honest here that not all dads are gonna be as invested as every dad. Like some just like some moms, there's moms that suffer from postpartum depression, and they struggle with getting that motherly bond that normally comes naturally from giving birth to your baby and holding your baby, and an instinct kicks in where now you have transitioned into motherhood, and now you have this different feeling in how you perceive things, where
is that
some
a chemical thing?
Yeah, it's definitely a mental chemical type of thing that happens there, and it's just like a switch that switches on. And some moms are born to be moms, and they already have those mother instincts from when they have like little cousins that they watch, or some young teenage girls that's like 13, they're babysitting for their neighbor, and they're feeling those instincts already, so that when they become moms, they're already naturals at it, because they've already been searching for that connection. And then you have moms that are not ready. They're just it's never been part of the fabric of who they are within themselves. And then now they're thrusted into motherhood, and now they're struggling with getting that bond feeling. And that's what postpartum depression to me is. It could be more than that, but then you have dads, because we're on the outside though. We just help fertilize the egg, but once that is, our physical connection has finished at that point. We just busted that nut, and that's as far as we go in the
gestation period.
In that period, that's it. That's all we contribute is the fertilization. Right? And we don't got to carry the baby, nurture the baby, and our body's got to change. None of that happens to us. So we don't have that natural. We have to find it. And it also comes with the mental thing. It's like you have to invest in the fact that you're about to be a dad, and really accept it and pull it in and become it. And we're doing it from a different aspect than a mom would.
As soon as I found out I was about to be a father, I locked in, yo. I was like, that's my baby coming. As soon as I figured out we wasn't about to slam, let the trash be trash. When I found out we wasn't about to let the trash be trash, I was like, okay. Because if you sit there, we about to talk heavy on the Too Late We Said It podcast tonight. Yeah. If you sitting there and say, I mean, most people will deny this to the end of the day, but when it's your first child, you think about, should I do this? Maybe it's your second child, your third child. Maybe it's a chick you met at Wawa the other night that you hit in the parking lot. You don't know. You like, should I do this? Should I keep this? Should we go through this? Do I really know this girl? Now, if you sitting there capping, when I met Samantha, I knew I was gonna put Snickers in her peanut butter jar. You know, you wanna hit me with that bullshit? Go ahead and lie to yourself, but God see you lying, nigga.
Yeah,
You
God
ask
see you.
yourself that question. But once I got past that stage, once I got, it wasn't a long period. I'm like, okay, we doing this. You sure you don't want to hit the ninja blender? She's like, no, all right. I'm like, all right, we up. You know what I'm saying? Now that's my baby, and I automatically lock in preparation. So I don't know. I don't think it has to grow on fathers. I think fathers lock in instantly. If you decide it's a girl you respect and it's something you don't want to send on the Prince of Egypt track, like I said we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
know.
Like
Go
for
ahead,
me,
go ahead.
I'm the same way too. I like for me, it locked in, but then I had a different. It's like it's levels to it. The closer you
Okay.
get to, then you start seeing the belly pop, and then you go through those phases, and that's like for me where my fatherhood phases started to occur. Like because for me, it's crazy because like I have an interesting story when it comes to that. Like this all like I was facing possible deployment. This is after 9/11,
Okay.
thing. So there was a lot going on in that situation right before a National Guard unit got ambushed and it canceled our deployment. But in any case, I went to the National Training Center and we were doing retraining for possible deployment to go to Germany to relieve a National Guard unit over there. So we were doing all the training and everything. And while we were there, before I left for this, me and my son's mother, we've been dating for like a couple months at this point. And we had our farewell visit where we did our thing.
I'm just a bachelor.
So I bounced, and I'm gonna be gone for several weeks, and to find out whether I'm gonna be deployed or not. So while I was away in California at the National Training Center at Fort Irwin, I had a dream that she was giving birth to my son. It's crazy, and it was a boy and everything in the dream. And I literally held him in my arms. And at that point, once I held him in my arms, I woke up. I was bugging like, yo. And the crazy thing is, I was like super excited to get deployed. And in that moment, I did not want to be deployed.
Wow.
I was like, I can't do this. So then I had to focus my brain and go, yo, I'm here now. I gotta do this. I got focused on what I'm doing. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, what's gonna happen? And then something happened, like divine intervention or something happened. We were no longer get deployed. There was something about our unit. I can't remember. It was a long time ago, but something about our unit where our unit was deemed undeployable at the time for whatever case may be. And they didn't deploy us, but it all stemmed around a National Guard unit that got ambushed. And they were looking at it like how reservists and National Guard units are not properly trained to go into those situations. So they wanted to make sure. Yeah, they got ambushed like if I remember correctly, a female soldier was hit with IED and she may have had a serious injury, but she didn't die. But no one died from the unit, but there was some serious injuries in there. You know what I'm saying? So I can't remember the details, man. It's hazy. Right. Because at the time, like I said, I was thinking about the dream that I had. So all I could think about was, how are we not getting deployed? And I'm like, this is crazy. So then like a week after that dream, they ended up sending us home. And I came home immediately. In that moment, I went to the pharmacy and bought 2 pregnancy tests. Like straight up. And I said, you need to take this. I think you're pregnant. She's like, what are you talking about? And she's laughing at me. I think it's funny. I was like, look, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I paid $5 a piece. Right. It wasn't even that expensive. Pregnancy tests aren't that expensive. Just buy them shits. And then I told her, it's like, if I'm wrong, just pee on the goddamn stick. And if I'm wrong, then you can laugh at me. But if I'm right, then we got to start making like arrangements here. Like, what we going to do? You know what I'm saying? In my mind, I already helped my son in my arms. So I already, like, in my mind, it was a confirmation I was looking for. She was not with it. Like, she's like laughing at me like it's funny. Right. And then when she peed on that stick and we waited together and saw positive, and then she went, I was like, that's why you bought 2. I was like, yup, because I knew you're going to want to pee on another one. So she peed on another one.
Run it back.
Positive again. I was like, wow. And I knew it was a boy. It's a crazy thing. Like in my mind, I already knew I had a son coming. I held him in my arms. And then once I saw that positive test, it was my whole life changed. I locked in a different way. I was like,
life
you're not
is
smoking cigarettes?
good.
Like, I was like, yo, I was
Oh,
militant.
damn, you turned into Joe Jackson on her ass, did
Yo,
you?
I was like, you ain't smoking cigarettes, but guess what? I'm not gonna smoke either. Like, I quit cigarettes immediately because I was like, I'm not going like parade myself smoking anymore. So if you're not gonna smoke, I'm not gonna smoke. You're not gonna drink, I'm not gonna drink. So I did everything that she couldn't do, I couldn't do either, because that's the least that I could do. Because I'm not gonna sit there like, yeah, this beer is great.
How the pregnancy going?
While smoking this cigarette.
The baby kicking.
But she struggled at first, and then she finally locked in. And I think that was the best thing that I could do to help her, by also doing everything I could to take the journey with her, because I face it, we're men, we're on the outside looking in. We ain't experiencing the changes. We're just witnessing the changes. So anything that I could do to show her that I'm on the ride with her is what I was planning. So I locked in, just like you said. I locked in like that.
Did you hear about those husbands who when their women have cramps, their wives have cramps, they cut their scrotum? Like, so they'd be like, we going through this together. They like slice their scrotum. Am I frozen or are you in shock?
Yes, no.
Yeah.
No.
I loved when I was with my kid's mom during pregnancy. I would have ride for my niggas, dog. But I'm not about to
You
slice.
know how many nerve endings are in our scrotum sac, son?
This dude's doing it in the groups. Sack slicing sessions.
You ain't getting no hero
ahead.
points from me, son. You getting fucking dumbass points, yo. Yo, hold her hand and let her squeeze it as hard as she can. That's as far as I go. Squeeze as hard as you can. Dig your nails into my hands. That's in my opinion. I'm on the journey with you with that one, yo. Ain't nobody cutting no scrotum sacks, yo. Ain't nobody slicing and dicing, trimming pieces of scrotum sack, peeling them back. None of that shit. Ain't nobody scalpel and slicing my scrotum sack because I'm trying to, like, oh, I'm on this journey. Like, I literally am a hypocrite right now. It's like, anything I could do to be on the journey with you, but I won't do that. I would do anything for love, anything you've been dreaming of. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. Oh no, I won't do that.
I wouldn't do that shit either, dog. I'm just letting you know that's what they out there doing. I'm not saying that that's what you should do, but that's what they're out there doing to cope, to be a part of the group, to be a part of the tribe. Fuck that tribe.
So let me get this straight. They're legitimately, are they using like a scalpel, slicing their shit as in some accordance to, I'm going through this pain with you?
No, it's not formatted. It's just random strokes of brilliance across your nutsack. Just look, I'm cramping too. I have pain too. So maybe we shouldn't even put this out here because now it's going to be nut slicers out there now.
I would not recommend you slice your nutsack under no circumstances.
Fuck that. So, but yeah, let me. I thought I was off the hook. Now it's time to reel it in. You feel me? I'm gonna bring it back a little bit. I'm going ham. So, baby brain. I mean, it is what it is. Trying to show your partner that you're there. That's that. But you're gonna go through it, bro. You're gonna forget shit. You're gonna slip. You're gonna be absent-minded. Because of anxiety, like we said, lack of sleep, other worries. If you're a real one, realizing that's the death of your old life. If you was running the streets and whatever you was doing. But like you said, Ed, every parent don't lock in, bro. Every parent don't lock in.
Not everybody locks in, yo. But the
It's
ones
a lot
that
of
do, they the real ones.
It's a lot of prom night dumpster babies. I got no mama or dad. You know the prom night dumpster baby. So
them fire station babies. They got left at a fire station.
They don't grow up to be models.
Why a fire station?
I guess somebody gonna be there soon. Should stay catching on fire. I don't know. I'm trying to rationalize for.
There's somebody always at the fire station, right?
It's always a greasy
They're
man named
right
Paul.
thing.
Sal. Sal, a baby's on the porch. Put my balls on it. My
It's like
sliced balls.
It's like they're known for getting cats out of trees and saving babies on their front step.
That's wild.
And occasionally fighting fire.
That's occasionally. 20% of the job.
Yeah.
Where they be putting them at before? They be usually put them at like the church step, right?
The church step. Yeah. That's
What's
another
historical baby drop-off points?
hospitals, church steps, and fire stations.
That's crazy. What
I
about the
guess
forgotten
whatever's
children?
closest to where you're at is like, damn, there's no hospital nearby. Man, there's a fire station. Perfect.
What about the forgotten children that end up at waste management?
Man, that's just a tragedy, man.
It happens, yo. If you windmill slam your child in a dumpster, that's cold as ice. NBA jams. He's on fire.
Boom, shaka laka. Just straight into the train.
Not boom shakalaka. That's disrespectful
Holy
shit. I'm growing up and I'm looking for you. If the last thing I hear is boom shakalaka, I'm gonna remember that shit. I'm gonna be in that dumpster, be like, and where's all the men and the fire? I need a hero. I'm in that motherfucker curling cans and shit. I got villain arc to get my lick back, nigga.
Straight villain.
You gonna boom shakalaka me?
I'm the prowler. Oh shit.
That's insanity. But yeah, it's resources out there for you baby brainers. Like me and Ed said, we both went through it. It's like you said, Ed, 100% based on the individual. If you struggle and say something, don't boom shakalaka your baby. Take them to the hospital, dog. You don't want a little nigga growing up looking for you.
Yeah, because at least they can care for the baby immediately. Special attention. The hospitals immediately call child CPS and get them there while they're taking care of the baby. Make sure the baby is of good health, and that immediately happens there. You know, police station. What is it? Police station, hospital, fire station, church.
Anywhere Scruff McGruff will grow. Take your kids and drop them off there. That'll be the best bet for you. We ain't even talk about the breast milk aspect of it, though. Did we?
The breast milk aspect? No, I don't recall doing that. I don't.
So that's a big part of baby brain. Because now you getting, not us, of course. I do got some titties, but not my titties aren't made for breast milking.
If not made for breast milking.
They're getting physically drained of nutrients. It's like you the sun and your baby bird, man, taking the rays from your titties.
Yeah. Oh no, part of it also is understanding that what you consume is also found in your breast milk. So eating appropriate healthy things is important in breastfeeding, and that's why the term pump and dump is used, where if a woman's eating something that they particularly would not want to be in their breast milk, in that moment you have to pump and dump that and then replenish that supply with a cleaner. For instance, like women that want to like drink a little bit of alcohol is known as like, hey, you know, make sure you pump what the baby needs, right? And then you refrigerate or freeze depending on what you're gonna do there with the storage process. Refrigerate and then go ahead, drink a little bit, and then after you drink, you got to pump and dump, pump out everything that's from the alcohol and then dump that. And then I don't know how many cycles you got to do, because I don't know nothing about this, but I just heard that term, you know, pump and dump. Whenever you got to release anything that's in your breast milk that's not safe for the baby or not good for the baby, then you dump it. Now, is everybody responsible when it comes to these things? We really can't say, because sometimes inexperienced parents don't know that, and they're not realizing that everything that they eat is ending up in their breast milk and the baby's getting it. But trust me, the baby's going to taste that nastiness.
I'm trying to do some research right now on the half-life of crystal meth in breast milk. How long does it take to get out?
You're trying to find out how much pumping and dumping you got to do to get that joint out.
It's looking like 10 to 12 hours, it's saying.
So that's 10 to 12 hours of pumping and dumping.
So you got to wait half a day after your tweak session before you it actually says mom arrested. It's a story in the New York Post, January 22nd, 2020. Mom arrested after baby dies of meth intoxication from breastfeeding. Holy guacamole. So she didn't wait her 12 hours. That's Lynn's sanity, bro. So you're right. Pump and dump is essential, I guess.
Mm-hmm. You gotta dump that. That's not good. That's basically she poisoned her baby
With meth?
Now, whether or not it was intentional, it's I'm probably pretty
I
sure
doubt
it's
it
out
was
of
intentional.
I think it was
doubt
out of ignorance, just out of ignorance, not knowing, like, oh shit, this is going to hurt my baby.
You're not playing chess if you smoking crystal meth. You're not. It's the next 40 minutes.
You're not really thinking about all of the consequences of what comes with.
You're not locked in. You're not locked in. No laser
These
focus.
crystals
All
are
right.
crystally.
It looks like the Emerald Palace in here. I'm not. Let's segue. This is getting crazy.
You want to feel good too? Oh no, he's not breathing.
When her titty milk come out, Mortal Kombat play. Mortal Kombat. Test your life. That's insane, yo. You lose.
Yeah. Like, as soon as he was done drinking, Shang Tsung came out like, your soul is mine.
Yo, that's fucked crazy. No, Luke.
Raiden tries to teleport the poor baby back, but it's too late.
Follow them, reptile. Follow them. All right, Joe, let's get out of here before we go to hell.
Yeah, we doing.
All right,
I think
man.
it's too late for that, yo, because we said it. Yo.
It's too late, yo. It's a wrap, yo. So we ran out of time. No, man, let's talk about this. Let me pull this image up. So, as you guys know, the Super Bowl just passed. It was the Super Bowl was ass, but it was a lot of controversy around the halftime show, of course.
It's a lot of controversy.
I've been coughing the whole show. There's a lot of controversy around the halftime show. Of course, it was Bad Bunny, and he did a all Spanish concert, and I think the concert was fire. If you never been alive, really, you probably never heard no Latin music, and you can't stay still with Latin music. It's just infectious if you're not hating. If you hating, then you're gonna have your preconceived notion. I'd rather listen to my Chevy start up or some shit like that. You feel me? Otherwise, if you're really just being genuine and open, this shit gonna take you, you know. So, but from the Super Bowl, there's been a lot of division online. I'm seeing people on this side and that side, and I think I wonder sometimes, and not just with this situation, but certain situations in general. Is the media crafting these conflicts to draw division? And we'll use the Bad Bunny situation as a launching board. You can take it wherever you want. But does the media use situations like this as a division riff to draw people on either side? And even if you think that's like, no, I support Bad Bunny, I'm not going to that stupid all American. You oppositional instead of just having an opinion. So do you think that the media does that intentionally to draw a divide?
I think to a degree, yes, because it's everything is reactionary based. It's about, it doesn't matter if the reaction is negative or positive. Reactions causes clicks and
traction
and brings in traction. So it's like, I think that in that aspect is like, that's what the media is doing now. If we look at it from a larger scale, like government aspect, like everybody understands, like, you know, propaganda and stuff that they do.
Hold up, Ed. Stop, Ed. Stop. Nigga, you said niggas bait for clits in action because reaction equals traction.
Equal traction.
Where the damn gong at? Where the gunshot and the gong? Little pussy ass gunshot.
Gong. And before the gong was done, he was out. He was taking
Go ahead, finish. I had to give you credit real quick for that bar, yo. Go ahead. I had to give you.
And it's just like and it's all reactionary. So no matter what, they're going to get the viewership and attention that they need to uplift what their platform is trying to do. And it goes back to when we were talking about integrity and journalism and everything. And it's cool, but at the same time, division is not good because our country, a country works best when everybody's united on the same accord. And we should not encourage division because it doesn't help anybody. It hurts everybody, no matter what, because you're going to be on one side or the other. It's like they like to draw a line, then half these people here and half these people here.
Right.
And we're almost separating. It's like white versus
right.
everyone else.
Mhm.
It's like, come on now. And then in some aspects, you're also dividing a lot of the Latino community in certain areas are combating the Bad Bunny halftime show as if they were part of the white community. And
they were not for,
basically sentimenting those things. And here's what's interesting about it is that, you know, when we're thinking about music, we're just thinking about how the music makes it feel and everything. But whenever you're saying something's entertaining, it's like they keep moving the goalposts, because first it started out like, it's all Spanish, I don't understand it, and this and this and that, and then everyone's watching anyway because you're not supposed to dance. Because what happens, how many people go to salsa clubs to learn how to dance salsa? Matter of fact, ballroom dancing in general is a global culture. It's not American culture. Most of these dances are not American dances. So you listen to the songs, whether it's Italian, they're different languages, right? And Spanish for salsa, merengue, bachata, and you're learning how to dance these things. These songs are all in Spanish. It's not a problem then because you're learning how to dance. So you singing reggaeton only got popular in the US in the late 90s, early 2000s, and it got popular. It blew up over here. No one understood the lyrics then either because it wasn't about the lyrics.
Still fuck with.
And music, and in some instances, there's Spanish Americans that don't understand because the dialects of Puerto Rican culture, Dominican, Cuban, that we all have different type of dialects. So unless you're entrenched into that dialect, someone in America, they're not following the new slangs and stuff. So it's just like you live in the north, like in Maine, and then you go all the way down to Louisiana, down to the deep south, or Alabama in the deep south. You ain't gonna understand a word those motherfuckers talking about, and they're speaking the same language.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So let's be real here. It's the hatred is not coming out. It's all Spanish. It shouldn't be, because Spanish has always been part of American culture. If you go down to Miami, the street signs have English and Spanish on them. And you go to Texas, there's English and Spanish over there, you know, Tex-Mex and all that. So you can enjoy Spanish culture, but now all of a sudden it's a problem because it's on the halftime show.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. So when a lot of the halftime show artists are Canadian or other countries, because it's like they're forgetting that a lot of these artists are not from America either, and they're on halftime show. But the problem is now they're at least speaking in English. So that all-American alternative is just a forceful divide, drawing a line saying real Americans listen to this. And they're basically saying that real Americans is just country music. That's absolutely false hogwash.
So let me ask you this.
Because country music originally is black, not white. If we can remember correctly, country music was an art form that came from the blues.
Okay. Now I didn't know that this was going to be an all span. I didn't know it was going to. I was when we lost this.
Well, the fact they're saying he's going to sing in all Spanish. He has 0 English songs. The minute that he was named the halftime show,
that's true.
They're acting as if he's doing it purposefully. It's not purposefully. He only has Spanish music. Like his only music is Spanish.
What I'm trying to get at
in English.
What I'm trying to get to is, did they announce that like to be Bad Bunny and his performance will be in all Spanish?
It shouldn't, because all his music is Spanish. That's the point what I'm trying to make. The reason the whole stipulation of him doing it as some form of like protest, it was never. That's what I'm saying. The media, they're twisting things and politicizing something that's not political. He's just a halftime entertainment. He's just
performing his shit.
He's performing his music.
That's what I'm trying to ask you. The thing I'm trying to get to is the question I'm trying to get to is, like, was there a statement and that's why they did this alternative show and like retaliation, or was it because they just found out it was a Spanish artist? But you answered the question, because all he got is music in Spanish. So what else could he do?
There was nothing in English.
All eyes on me.
He at least did something nice and brought Lady Gaga in and salsified an English song and
Which
put it
was
in
hard.
salsa, which was a great blend, by the way. Mark Anthony also did that as a crossover. Mark Anthony's is an all Spanish artist who then made an English album in salsa, and it crossed over. But guess what? He was one of the most popular salsa singers in his time, and it was all Spanish.
That
So
wasn't it with that Lady Gaga
it's
shit. I
just
love you,
ridiculous for people to sit there and like really be trying to be upset over something they shouldn't be upset about, because for the longest time Americans have been dancing to Spanish music or listening to Spanish music. And then let's explain K-pop. No, Spanish at least is the second most spoken language in America. Right. Korean, it's like maybe 0.5%.
Korean?
0.5%, but guess what? K-pop is huge in America. Nobody knows what the lyrics of those songs are, but they listening to them and enjoying them just the same. So I mean, it's just, you have to read between the lines when it comes to this. This isn't about whether it was an all Spanish
Korean.
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me. None of the reasons why people are mad about that made sense. The only thing that does make sense is because of the whole ICE thing that's been going on. As we also spoke about ICE, there was a time when during his tour, Bad Bunny said he's not going to do any more of his tours in the US for the time being, because he was afraid that ICE was using his concerts as a venue to try to snag illegals. And he didn't want to do that because he was trying to protect his fans from being exploited and using him. Like he's like, money. Do what you do, right. ICE, do what you do, but you're not gonna use me as a catalyst to grab people. So he decided it's just the right thing to do in his situation, because how could he be a part of that if he doesn't agree with it? So he's not gonna forcefully sit there and do concerts over there so people can use his concerts as a way to snag people. So he stopped. And that happened, and then literally 2 months after that statement he made, and after he did that, he was announced the halftime show. So I think that those two things are connected, and this whole ICE raid thing and everything, which is crazy. It's crazy to me because you could look at it from both aspects, but the whole way that was handled to me was just super crazy. We talked about that, so we're not going to get back into that, but that kind of makes sense to me is what the real reason is. It's not because it's all in Spanish. It's because people are bitter that he's an American citizen and he speaks, and all his music's in Spanish. And people are trying to use that as a reason why they don't want to watch it, and then make a whole country halftime show. And did you see, if you watch, Chris Rock was on there lip syncing his joint, and he wasn't even, the mic wasn't even on his mouth, and he was like, kid, and then he's like, ball with the ball, and then you just hear it going when the mic's down here and shit. And then he brings it back. It was
Kid
crazy.
Kid Rock is trash. And my Latin brother, you going through this, you don't understand it because y'all the new niggas, and y'all gonna have to go through y'all baby brain phase. But you're gonna have to realize some people just hate you, dog. It is what it is.
Yeah. And then the other part about it is, after that blew over and his halftime show was successful, what was the next phase of this smearing? Immediately going post transcripts of his lyrics. They're highly sexualized and femininely demeaning. And then I'm like, now all of a sudden you want to now dog what the lyrics are saying to the song. Like, these are party songs. Like, what are we doing here, yo? And then they made it seem like the whole halftime show was themed that way when it was only a few songs and he did short segments. Then he did a song about Puerto Rico, New York. Then he brought Lady Gaga in there and Ricky Martin, and both of their songs had nothing to do with those sexualized themes. And then he did the song Nueva York. So it's crazy. And then at the end, he gave his message, which is the first. Its message was the only thing more powerful than hate is love. And then he was talking about believing in yourself. You know what I'm saying? How he believed himself, and you can achieve great things. That was the theme of everything. And the fact that Puerto Rico is represented in the halftime show, because Puerto Ricans are Americans. Bottom line, whether you like it or not, we are Americans, period.
It's just a country accent, sort of. It's a
period.
You know? So
I lived my whole life here in the United States. I'm bilingual. I speak English and Spanish. I got family that live in Puerto Rico. Okay. And it was a huge moment in that aspect for me to see Bad Bunny at the halftime show, even though this is the second time. Remember, he appeared when J-Lo and he did a song with J-Lo. He had a song with J-Lo.
But this
and
was some heritage
this is him
shit though.
headlining the joint, because J-Lo technically was the first Puerto Rican to headline, but she headlined it with Shakira, so it was a double headliner. So he's the first Puerto Rican to fully headline.
That's what I'm saying, yo. How can you see J-Lo? How can you see Shakira and be mad, yo? I mean, I'm not gonna judge your lifestyle, but to me,
and they did Spanish music then, and nobody complained. It's
Oh my
crazy how
God.
no one complained for that halftime show.
because they got
But they're
ass.
complaining that.
They got ass. Bad Bunny don't
And
got
Bad
ass.
Bunny was on there doing a Spanish verse.
He ain't got ass.
So I mean,
You got
here we go.
ass?
So let's read between the lines.
Nick said nah.
But that's the controversy, and I think they're using that controversy to divide us.
shit.
And I think that's terrible. And I think with people that feed into that division, that's the part that sickens me. It's like, how dare you, especially if you're Latino and you're on there feeding into this ignorance and sit there and call yourself Latino is sick to me. It's like, yo, you are not looking at the reality of the situation here. We should not be, you should be forced, you should be against the division, because we should not be out here dividing ourselves. We're all Americans, right? And we're all supposed to respect each other for our differences, with our differences, and understand that we are different, and it's okay because we bring different things to the plate. And Spanish culture is huge in America. It always has been, always will be. And we had one halftime show, 22 minutes of a performance, and everyone wants to turn it into some political fiasco when all it is entertainment between the two halves of a football game. Let's let it be that. Let's just
But Ed, listen to me. It can't be
absorb that. That's it.
It can't be that, because that's not what Fox NFL wants. And and I'm gonna pull this back to the question. And this is why I hit the gong and send them 2 little pussy ass shots after what you said, because a reaction creates traction. So this is one of my inner struggles, right? Because a big question is, I don't need to feed into shit like that. Like when you see some, and I understand why you're so passionate about it, because this is your culture. So when you see something like that, normally maybe something with something less. I already know. My son, my kid's mom Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
So my son half Puerto Rican, my daughter half Puerto Rican. So I'm right there with you.
We have that in common. We both
Right.
have kids that are half black and half Puerto Rican.
There we go. We both got
we both got a Miles Morales in our family.
So look, this is the big question, right? When you see something like that, you should reaction is traction. If I don't feed into it, it might shrivel away and die. But then on the other side, if I don't say nothing, how do bullies work? They just keep mounting up. So it's like, if I don't say nothing, I don't feed into it, because that's what people tell you. Don't feed into it, just let it go. But certain shit, you gotta check. And the media knows that, bro. And I really think that things like this, if nobody said anything at all about Bad Bunny's performance, either before, if they didn't make that All-American jit, if they didn't do none of that, the ratings wouldn't have been as high. If you don't hype it up, if you don't cause atoms banging against each other, no reaction gonna happen.
Yeah. And they didn't stop nothing, because they had 5 million people congruently watching during the live. Now, yes, it's ballooned to like.
You're not hearing me, Ed. You're not hearing me.
No, I hear you, but what I'm saying is they had 5 million people tune into that, while Bad Bunny had 135 million people tuning into his, right? Now, granted, people were going to say there was already people watching the Super Bowl. True, but they stayed and watched that. 135 million eyes were on that joint. And more than that, because that's just views per television. There was a lot of watch parties that occurred during that time.
Right.
That
the
were
whole
watching
bars was watching.
Screen.
Right.
Yeah. So it's even more than 135 million, while there was only 5 at that one. Great. You guys went over there. Good for you. But like, I second what you said, but I just wanted to point out that, because their objective didn't even happen.
Yeah, it did, because it happened on both sides. Because people watched and supported Bad Bunny more, because it's like, man, they trying to shit on my nigga.
Oh
It's a
yeah,
Puerto
yeah.
Rican somewhere that's like, Benito, you say he trash? Busar? That's how you say trash, right? You think he busar?
Basura.
Basura, my bad. So now we amped up for our dog, just like on the other side. Now the numbers were skewed drastically, of course. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying for good and for bad, perception wise, because both sides think they right. But what I'm saying is that's the blood of life, is this conflict. And I think is a bigger gear behind the shit we see every day that knows that it has to keep that gear going for good and for bad, just to keep shit fresh and to keep us consuming, bro. So I'm 100% on your side. I just dug into Bad Bunny's catalog after that concert. Shit was a fire concert, and it was hella ass being thrown all over the place. So how could you hate it? You understand?
Yo, by the way, did you see Pedro
thrown in the game.
Pascal in the background inside the house, like bobbing?
Who?
Pedro Pascal. He's the Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, shit, the little guy.
Yeah,
Ken,
he
what
was in
movie
the
was he
background.
on?
Pedro
He was in a
Pascal.
lot of movies.
Yeah, he was also in Game of Thrones. He was also in Wonder Woman, the second movie, Wonder Woman.
He was in a medieval movie too, but I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah,
He was the
Pedro
mustache.
Pascal. Yeah. He was
I
in
know-
Game of Thrones also.
I never seen.
He
Game of
also
Thrones.
was in Last of Us. Did you see that show, Last of Us?
Yes, that's what I was thinking about. Okay,
Yeah, he's in that. He's the main character of that too.
So yeah, so
He was back there bopping, yo. So was Cardi B. She was in the house too.
our little raggedy ass. But yeah, so I mean, what would you say? Do you think things like this, and we made it Bad Bunny's halftime show centric, but as you know, it's all over history. Ed, you the new niggas, yo. You gonna get hated on. I'm sorry, yo.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you, yo. Welcome to the game.
It is what it is. Yo.
Just
Yo,
when you said
there were so many comments, and I've gotten into some social media like back
Don't
and
do
forth a
it.
few times defending just like, because I'm just like pointing out the hypocrisy of it all, because
It's
you
a
know,
ton
then
of-
I see somebody of an ethnic background supporting it. I'm like, yo, just so you know,
That's
in
insane.
the end, you getting looked at just the same, but here you are pandering
A
to this
pet.
ignorance.
You
You
a
know what I'm
pet.
saying? Yeah. You
We
know,
call those coons in the black
yeah,
community.
or house.
House Ricans.
Yeah, house Ricans. That's better right there. I just said house.
Thank you for your reserve. Thank you for your reserve.
So it's
But
like
yeah,
you doing
man.
all that, and I was like, yo, you ain't doing nothing for yourself there, yo. Because they're like, yeah, see, because you just all you doing is amping the ignorance, because you're giving them validation because you're someone on the other side on their side, and it's just not cool, because we got to reel this in and really stop the ignorance and stop the division, because in the end, the divide is keeping racism alive when it should have already been dead a long time ago. We should be at the point where we're not even talking about race no more. Like that's where we
impossible,
should be.
Ed. I don't think
It shouldn't be
never
impossible though. It shouldn't be impossible. It shouldn't be a point where we're sitting there, yo, because it's like me, somebody that loves
We always wanna know
everybody
the
regardless. Like I just love people, period. And I love interacting and understanding people from different aspects, because that's what makes life glorious, is learning from different cultures and different perspectives of life. But then instead I find myself having to defend shit, and then also feeling these moments where I despise, and I don't want to feel like I need to despise somebody, because it's just not, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, come on, man, because one ignorant person says something, then I'm looking at people that I respect and admire a different way because of it. I just won't let it. So like for me, like I'm able to compartmentalize that and like argue with somebody and really dive deep, but then go to work and then have my the white people that I respect and admire and I love. I got a mom who is also white, a sister who's half white.
The nigga said I got a mom. Nigga, how many moms you got?
I got two moms, bro.
Okay.
I got two. But and I also have a half sister who's half white, you know what I'm saying, who has a white family that's in my family, and I love them. But at the
Right.
same time, I find myself arguing with people that look like them because they're being ignorant. And
That's
then
what I'm
it's
saying, yo.
forcing me to look at them differently. But that's the crazy part, is like I have to reel it in and go, like, just because I
You
just got
conscious
mad
of
at
it,
that
yeah.
person is like, it doesn't mean that. But you have to look at someone like me, another person like me, that's now not liking, saying, "Nah, I don't like white people because of this." And then you're
That's
looking at
not
all
as
white people as
emotionally
racist. And then
disciplined,
guess
right?
what? A white person slips of the tongue and may say something that's out of poor taste, but they don't realize it's ignorant. Sometimes you gotta look at the difference between racism and ignorance, but then you stone that person hard because the person that
some other
hurt you
shit,
before,
yeah.
and then that's the kind of vibe that keeps racism alive.
But
And
that's the reason
it's
for this, Ed. That's what I'm telling you. It's deeper than, like, that's the starter seed. And that's why I keep trying to tell you, the new niggas, you're gonna have to just dust it off. Because once you understand that it's not to slight Bad Bunny, it's to get you, a Puerto Rican, arguing with some dude in Knoxville, Tennessee. And then that dude in Knoxville, Tennessee, he might be a foreman on a construction crew. Now he argue with you. He go to work. Would you believe this motherfucker? Look at this guy, this Puerto Rican guy I'm arguing with. And this guy in a subservient role, he got to be like, yeah, that's crazy. Or that's the levels under the surface that they trying to get to. Nothing is ever what it seems, yo. So sometimes you gotta, but this is why I had that big question. Do you not let it go? Do you just let it roll off you? Or do you check the shit? It's a big question. Figuring out when you have to let it go. Because in this situation, you probably like, yo, this my culture you talking about, motherfucker. This is, you don't understand to even try to tell. You can't even understand, and you judging this shit. Because a lot of people they don't even hear the lyrics. They don't know where Bad Bunny came from. They don't know that Puerto Rico's a part of America. Like, they don't understand.
It's
any of that
astonishing
shit.
how many people don't realize that, because
You
there
know.
was messages saying, "Wait till ICE finds them. They're probably going to catch him outside the door." I was like, "Are you stupid? Are you
Ice
stupid?"
gonna give them a TGI Friday gift card. What they gonna do to the Puerto Ricans? Go back to Santiago.
He came off the stage, went backstage, and hugged Roger Goodell.
Insanity. So, Ed, I'll let you wrap it up. Let me just quote. Let me button it up a little bit with this.
In closing, Boricua.
Boricua.
That's it.
I think the
La tierra de Borinquen, donde nacido yo.
Yo, Bad Bunny said it the best when he
Thank you.
closed it off. Y'all saw what it said on the wall, on the jumbotron. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Stop moving fucked up.
The only
and you
thing more
right.
powerful than hate is love. Period.
That's it.
That's how he started and ended his joint.
And your life would be so much better, because it's like, unless somebody really brings
entertainment. You can read the transcripts, all highly sexualized, like Prince didn't have highly sexualized music, like Madonna doesn't have highly sexualized music. Come on now, Lady Gaga has highly sexualized music. Come on now,
you in your home are highly
sexualized,
brother.
Now you're trying to demonize sex now, just to prove a stupid point.
You probably hard watching
that's inappropriate. It was like, look, she's like, that's inappropriate.
Hey, no nutting. No nutting.
My man, like, those lyrics are inappropriate.
This world is insane, Ed. This world is
insane. It's insane.
All right. Here we go. So we are going to do something for the first time, man. As you know, the sports season has come to a close. Well, not the sports season, but the sports that we give a fuck predominantly to our heart. It's tons of sports.
There is no more sports. The Olympics is currently on. You know, that's something worth mentioning.
You're done.
The Olympics.
We making a little segue this week. So instead of doing Poppy's quick picks, we got a brand new flavor for you. Yeah, I'm spitting new flavor in your ear. Here we go, live for your discretion. Please put your hands together right now for Poppy's quick picks, Crash Out Edition. You know I hit you with two.
Hey, yo, that banner is dope. Man.
So you already know how we get down at Poppy's quick picks.
Now we're gonna try this out for you guys, man. So
You should have had Bad Bunny on top of the queue like this.
I should have said that. Yeah, I should have put him up there. I should have put him up there. So this week we're gonna try out something different. We have hand selected a crash out for you guys, and we're gonna watch the crash out video. And then me and Ed are gonna dissect it a little bit, okay? So we don't have no sports pick for you this week, but niggas crashing out in public is a sports in and of itself. So like,
Sure and I've never seen this video for real.
Yes,
So
Ed. Now this isn't a brand new video,
Ed.
Ed. So I don't know if you have seen this one or not, but we didn't discuss this.
Chances are I didn't, because I don't really dive into these joints, yo. So that's why I'm glad that I don't, because when I get to see these, it's just crazy.
Okay, beautiful. This is I selected this one because me and my daughter always watch crash out videos. That's my little twin. This is one of our favorites right now. I'm not even gonna preface it. Let's just hop right in, and I'm gonna let you react to it naturally. Here we go.
You are, oh my God! Oh my God! Do you see this? Oh my God! I never thought nothing like this would happen to me. She just tried to run and hit me, and now she. Did you see her? You saw her, right? They all saw her. Oh my God! Karen had a breakdown. She tried to hit me. Ask your workers. She tried to hit me. She tried to hit me. Now I want security for you. Oh my God. Oh my God. You should have thought about that before you did what you did. Oh my God. This shit don't even feel real. This do not feel real.
You can just go around here. I didn't try to hit you. Please don't record me. Don't record me.
Not the people in the background just carrying on with their fucking
Well, I had to get
transactions.
security. She charged me. If I wouldn't have ducked, she would. Oh no, you just wanted security for me, right? I want security for you now. No, don't cry. No. I want you to call security. Thank you. I just came to get my free panty. You know how you get the coupon in the mail? And I got to pick up my Converse boots from Nordstrom. I don't know why this is happening to me.
Free panties.
Don't charge me.
She's here for free panties.
Yeah, she.
The sky is falling for this poor young.
Please.
Gotta crash out.
You scaring me. Like you gonna go postal.
Don't record.
Don't. No, why don't she walk away from me? No, I was here. No. We're not doing this. Why don't I walk away from her? Why don't she get away from me? She could get away. Go wherever you want to go. This is crazy.
She just drops her purse. Like, what is this? What is this slow?
I'm sorry. Ooh, Lord.
Hey, yo.
Yo.
Fatality.
So Shorty faked the pass out to get out the situation.
She's gonna for real fall asleep. You know, you ever fake a pass out or anything like that? Have you ever pretended to be asleep and then really fall asleep? That's what's about to happen. She's gonna be snoring in a second down on the couch.
All right, yo. So let me give you a little bit of this. This video is actually like 15 minutes long.
So apparently, what it seems like is that girl was about to like attack her. So soon as she turned the camera on, she tried to stop and then get all emotional. Is that what happened?
Right. So they had a high-end mall. I think it's in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And the black lady was at the little panty shop shuffling.
Trying to get her free panties.
And it's on camera. It's on the store CCTV, right?
Yeah.
So the chick walk up to her, like bump her and like start looking in her aisle. So imagine you looking at vinyl records and a nigga just hip you out the way and start looking through your vinyl records, right?
Oh, she did that.
She went gangster. And then the black lady checked her and she swiped at her. And the black lady pulled up the phone, and then boom, it jumped into what you see right there.
Just don't record me.
Yo, and then the rest of the video, they running through the store. She keep chasing her. She like, get away from me. But she chasing her, trying to hit her and shit. It's probably one of the craziest situations in the world.
Oh, wait, so she gets up from the floor and starts chasing her.
She gets up from the floor, calls the police on the recorder.
Mm-hmm.
And then while the police is en route, she chasing her around Victoria's Secret. And people, you pointed it out right off the top. People just shopping, niggas chilling.
Yeah, not the people in the back are just going on about their business and getting their transaction. And then just for a brief second, that one lady just got tired of it. She's like, why don't you just go over there? And then once she seen that what she said was ineffective, she just went right back to her business. Like, I ain't in that shit. And just starts going ahead with the transaction.
Yo, but why the cashiers like conducting business as usual?
Yo, but I'm trying to figure out, like, she was behaving like a little kid throwing a temper tantrum, yo.
Yeah, if you hear in the video, she say, please don't record my mental breakdown. She's like, please don't record my mental breakdown. But I mean, I watch a lot of police.
I think that in that moment, this girl posed a threat to her physically, and she felt like if she's crying about it and not no longer being a physical threat while I'm recording her, then I'm going to keep recording, because that's the one thing that's keeping you from advancing to me. Because it was almost like water to a witch. Oh, what a world! She's like, you're recording me. Look, she ended up flapping to the ground, yo.
Taking a pass out. Did you see that slow ass pass out, yo? The control.
She went like this. She looked like a zombie like this. She went. Then the purse is on the ground, and then she goes, and then it was like four stages to the floor, yo.
4 stages. Let the music play. Shorty did a break dance to the
floor.
Somebody
needs to do a remix video of her movements, like ding, ding, ding.
Rock, planet rock. Oh God.
Don't record my crash out. I wasn't trying to hit you.
That's insane. You turned it into a dubstep music.
I wasn't trying to hit you. Please don't call my crash out. Please don't call my crash out. I'm not going crazy. I wasn't going to hit you. I just want my free panties. Give me my free panties. I wasn't gonna hit you. That shit was
Miami's #1 music for hot house music.
And then it's gonna be that Spanish dude that thinks they're saying someone else. Mira, ponme esa canción que está muy pegada ahora.
What?
Será esta? This is the rhythm of the night.
Oh yeah, the Reeboks or the Nike. The Reeboks or the Nike. That's insane, yo. So I mean, it's tough being in public, yo. I mean, like a lot of people have social anxiety. A lot of people just don't know how to act outside, yo. And when you
that was overly entertaining, man. That was too entertaining.
Yo, when you got time tonight, watch that whole video. You really see how hard this lady crashed out, yo. She calls the police. It's another person in the store, like, why don't you leave her alone? Like business rolling. The customers coming in, and it's new to them. You know what I mean?
So they're just seeing this whole fiasco. This whole time, Shorty never leaves fucking Victoria's Secret. One wants her panties, and then the other one just doesn't want to be recorded, I guess.
You heard her say
apparently she wanted the free panties too, because she's the one that bumped her out the way. Like only one, she bumped her out the way. Like there was only one customer that gets free panties, right? And Shorty decided that she was the one that's going to get the free.
The Hunger Game for panties.
Because that box of panties, there's only one panties that fit both of them, and they were both fighting for the same panties. I want those pink panties.
Those are
they're like give me those free panties.
It's insanity.
The pink panties. I just thought of that because of pink panties.
Panties. And the thing was pink too. And Victoria's Secret's pink. It's all tied in. It all ties in. Yo.
That's crazy.
The
crash out. And she turned pink She was so embarrassed.
Sammy Sosa. That's fucked up, yo. She was. You know that's what happens. You know that's what happens. Yo, damn.
That was the most craziest thing. Don't record my mental breakdown.
She knew what she was doing, though. When you watch the whole video, you're gonna realize she knew what she was doing, yo. And that's why sometimes I'll be like I trust me, I'm all about mental health.
She was playing the victim. That's what she was doing. She was 100% playing the victim, and it wasn't believable. It was a very forceful cry because there was no real tears. She just kept going, yeah, and then trying to make it look like she had some kind of mental health breakdown. And the other lady is just exasperating it by filming it. And she's saying that she's creating anxiety. But in the end, she's the one that created the altercation to begin with and tries to turn it around and play the victim. And I think that's what she was doing. I don't think that's what she showed she was doing.
Facts.
Because then she did a fake pass out. And then if you said the rest of the video is her chasing her, it's like at any given time, she could have left and called the police. Bro, and I'm pretty sure if she would have left the store, she probably would have recorded her leaving the store. And once she would have exited out of her view, she would have turned it off. Probably said one more statement, turned it off, and went about her panty shopping business.
Panty shopping business. And the crazy thing is that the police showed up and didn't do nothing about it.
Did they laugh or do anything?
They tried to tell the black lady she could leave. We could walk you to your car, but we can't make her leave.
Oh, wait. So
she physically swung at this. She was swinging at this lady.
He's swinging at her, and then they were telling her that she can leave. And the white girl can just stay with her crazy self there. And they can't physically tell her to leave, but they can tell her to leave, though.
Right. We can help you leave, but we can't tell her to leave.
Quick question. Just so I'm not making assumptions.
Okay.
It was two police officers?
Yes.
Or were these two police
security guards first?
Two security guards, but were the police officers?
Yes, both sets of gentlemen were.
Just so I'm not making assumptions here, were they both of Caucasian descent?
Yes.
Okay, then see what I'm saying? You see, nobody wants to believe things, but when they happen plain and simple in your face, and the aggressor is being treated like the victim, right in your face, while the person that's recording says, I got video evidence showing this lady tried to assault me on multiple occasions, even shortly before you get here, and you're still telling me that I can leave? Instead of telling that lady to leave, you're telling me I can leave. Meanwhile, the girl plays I bet you she fed into the victim playing more even when the cops showed up.
Oh, yeah, right? She was crying, and you know how I go. You know how I go. It's
I can't even believe that.
Get Tears for Fears. Everybody wants to rule the world. Welcome to Negrohood. There's no turning back. Help me to decide. You cook, brother. Welcome, nigga. It is what it is. But yeah, man. So
And you wonder why Michael Jackson went through the many phases of whiteness.
My man was like a rider there, yo. Michael Jackson was, Michael was calling out we'll say facism. Michael was calling out facism, even though he turned into loose leaf paper over time or printer paper.
Hey, he had that song. All I gotta say is that they don't really care about us.
They took my bleach on my skin, baby. Made me the color of a LED light, yo.
But in his defense, though, he did have that skin pigmentation disease, though. What is that? What is it called?
Vitiligo.
Vitiligo, yeah.
Nigga, please, Mike was bleaching his skin too. On top of that,
nah, man, he had vitiligo, yo.
Vitiligo was 2%. Bleach was 98%. I love Michael Jackson.
I don't think you could actually bleach your skin, though. That's what I'm saying. Like,
shit, you don't know about cake soap?
Skin has layers, bro. You take off, I could peel off the whole top layer of my skin. In a month from now, this brown skin will come right back.
Edwin, you don't know about cake soap?
Cake soap?
You don't know about skin bleaching and all of that, yo?
Man, that's all myth, yo. That ain't real. You can't bleach your skin.
Korean people, Japanese people do it. Like it's real, yo. You got
No, that's called makeup. They put it like that dark, that whole bunch of makeup that make them look white. That's a makeup they do for like geishas and shit.
I can show you the world. Negroes hating their melanin. They cutting their skin away. Look up cake soap skin bleach. It ain't no myth. A myth is the chupacabra, nigga. People really turning the color of vanilla sky out there these days.
What about Bigfoot? Is that a myth too?
Nah, I think it's a nigga in San Francisco that's running through the woods out there.
With a
Big
hairy
Yeti.
chest?
Like the big nigga with his dick out on 28 years later. You seen that movie, yo? That nigga dick the size of a laptop in that movie running around. I said, hey, turn this shit off. Run around with that cereal box out.
Yeah, you know they're making a part 2 of that, right?
Yeah, that's good. I think it's already out.
Oh yeah, it is.
I might
Is it good?
bootleg it tonight.
He said, "Nah, wait for it. Yo. It'll be out. It'll be on Plex in a couple of weeks."
Nah, yo, you gotta never mind, I'm about to talk about stream pirate until you on here. We're gonna get destroyed. Nigga.
Nah, chill.
Let's not do that. All right, man. That has been the first
Holy
edition
shit.
of many to come. Please put your hands together for Poppy's quick picks.
Holy shit.
That's insane. All right, and we made it through, man, despite the technical difficulties, dog. This was a
Despite
crazy
the technical difficulties.
This is a crazy one, brother.
And we had a 2-hour show just like the other ones too.
This motherfucker 3 hour with the technical difficulties. We had an intermission tonight, nigga.
We had a whole intermission. You guys won't see it to the end. Tune in for the end so you can see the real crash out because it's not going to be in there in the episode. But guess what?
Eddie gonna magic this up, but
I'm about to wax on that joint.
jack it on, jack it off. That's wild.
I'm gonna wipe that shit out like that girl when she passed out. You not God, you not my father, and you not my boss.
Yo, that was crazy. All 3 of them. You ain't nobody.
You ain't none of them things.
Jesus. All right,
Yo,
guys.
I saw that. I watched that video like 4 or 5 times after we got off air of that dude, the tackling part.
Why do you want to see that boy get form tackled?
I don't know why that was so
He
funny.
yoked him up.
Because he says, "Go on, attack me."
He didn't hesitate.
Instantly, my man was like, and then he yells in his ear, "Shut the fuck up!"
You know what it probably felt like, the alien on Jodie Foster.
Yeah, the most creepiest shit. My man said he was on top of me and I couldn't move.
Jesus. He recounted his story. He recounted his
Yo,
story.
he was showing the bruise that he had on his leg and on his arm.
He deserved
And then he showed him
it.
like, no, not that. And then, yo, my man was a funny storyteller too, because then he kept going off on tangents and telling stories like, no, not that. This right here happened with my and then it fell and cracked my hand. Man, I can't believe I did that. But anyways, I'm the modern day Martin Luther King. Like, what the fuck?
He had a lot of confidence in himself. He was upset, yo.
Yo,
He was upset.
Don't
Oh,
bully
my
him.
God.
At least commend him because he said he had enough. Ain't nobody gonna bully him no more.
At least he stood up. At least he stood
He
up.
stood up for himself. He stuck
He
up
didn't
for
shoot the
himself.
place up.
Nope.
He just yelled.
Fuck your breakfast. Matter of fact, I will eat my breakfast.
Let's not take it that far.
he as he was walking out, he realized how delicious those sandwiches were, and he went back and grabbed it. I was like, matter of fact, I ain't about to let y'all not enjoy my breakfast. Get my shit, yo. I gotta watch it with my new lenses. I
There
bet
you
you I
go. You
really
gonna
didn't see it. I saw
see 'em in
blurry ass
HD.
shit.
You're gonna see him in HD.
Yo, I saw it in 480p. I gotta see that shit in 4K now, son. 2160.
4K body slam. It's gonna look like the WWE.
I want to see what Shut the Fuck looks like in 4K, yo. It looked pretty funny in 480p. I gotta see that shit.
Bear
in 4K.
witness. That's wild.
Be a
though.
witness as I exercise my exorcism. The evil that lurks
He got his ass trounced
within
in
the
coffin.
sins of terrorism.
Oh my goodness. All right,
That's
Joe. Ed,
great
you got
news.
anything you want
That's
to say?
shout out to
Close it
Grave
out,
Diggers,
yo?
by the way. Wait, what's up?
said
Oh,
what?
sorry. I was talking over top of you like an asshole. What did you say?
Oh no, you good. You got anything to say before we close it out?
Man, it was an interesting evening, man. I'm going straight to sleep after this.
Okay, yeah, I know. All right, guys, let's wrap it up right there then. Guys, we appreciate you for watching. This has been episode 6 of season 3. Lord have mercy, we in the trenches, dog. Make sure you check out all the topics we covered today. Drop comments and let us know what you think, what you love, what you hated. We appreciate the love, and we don't give a fuck if you hate us. From myself, Edwin Nevada, we hope you have a great rest of your Saturday night.
Oh, and lastly, when we get to like around 100 subscribers, we're gonna start opening up the live streams. Help us get to 100, because that's the next step to start to grow your channel and that things start to expand for us. But we about to open them live streams where y'all really gonna have control of how our crash outs come. Y'all interactions are gonna be instantaneously like swaying our topics into different directions, and we're all here for it. We're here for it. Live and unplanned reactions is where it's at, and we ready for all of that. And we're gonna open phone lines. Y'all can call in and be part of the episode. I mean, there's so much that's to come, but we need y'all support to get there. Y'all get us to 100, and we're gonna really open up this show. Pause.
You get there, just get there when you can. Get your ass up and help us get to 100. Stop fucking around. You like the show. You sitting here watching us.
Just 20 people. Everybody that watches this, tell 2 people. Come on, let's do it.
Each one teach one. Ed, I got some shows tonight. I still got like 23 or more of those cards, so I'm gonna pass those out this week.
Yeah. You got some shows next week? I mean, tomorrow. You got a show tomorrow.
I got a show.
It already what happened. It happened yesterday. For y'all watching.
It'll be a live show. It'll be a show while this is running live at 8 on Saturday. Then I'm gonna have one tomorrow. Yesterday
on Friday.
Friday.
So 2 back-to-back shows. That's what's up.
And I got a show Friday.
I'm still trying to get some content, yo. Let's get some content together, yo.
We got you.
Let's get it, yo.
I got you, Joe Jackson.
You got all that recording gear for a reason. Let's put them to work. Ooh,
that's the one you recommended. Pause.
Hell yeah, fancy.
All right, so yeah, we get it. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching the show. We'll catch you next Saturday. Be safe tonight. From us at the Too Late We Said It podcast. So wherever you are, have a good night and peace. Sack slicing sessions.
You ain't getting no hero points from me, son. You getting fucking dumbass points, yo. Yo, hold her hand and let her squeeze it as hard as she can. That's as far as I go. Squeeze as hard as you can. Dig your nails into my hands. That's in my opinion. I'm on the journey with you with that one, yo. Ain't nobody cutting no scrotum sacks, yo. Ain't nobody slicing and dicing, trimming pieces of scrotum sack, peeling them back. None of that shit. Ain't nobody scalpel and slicing my scrotum sack because I'm trying to I'm on this journey. Like, I literally am a hypocrite right now. I was like, anything I could do to be on the journey with you, but I won't do that. I would do anything for love, anything you've been dreaming of. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. Oh no, I won't do that. That shit's so harsh that Sean's face frozen, yo. My man froze, yo. Yo, we lost Sean. Like, we gonna keep it moving. We gonna keep it rocking here on Too Late We Said It. There was an episode that this happened to me and I was outie. Somebody done disconnected his internet. He had a viral moment where he was thinking about his scrotum sack getting sliced and his whole internet shut down, like shutting down. As we say on Too Late We Said It.
Hey, yo, hold on, wait a minute. This is the call from jail, nigga. It's digital jail.
Let them know, Sean. You're gone but not forgotten.
Hey, yo, I'll be out in 6 weeks, baby.
We had technical difficulties, but here Too Late We Said It. We're gonna keep it pushing. We gonna keep delivering content. No worries.
Hold your head.
Hold your head. We got you, yo. It's Too Late We Said It. Laptop died, but we still alive.
2 toothbrushes up.
So go ahead and take us out, Sean, with the peace out.
Hey, thank y'all for watching. I'm calling from digital prison. We'll see y'all next. Fuck this. We about to get this laptop back up. But if we don't, we'll see y'all next week. Peace.